Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
We know now that in the early years of the 20th century, this world was being watched closely by intelligences greater than man's.
Hello, welcome back to the Bar at the Edge of the Universe. I'm your host, Adrian Maddox, and I see we got a couple people in here already, so that's pretty cool. And we're doing another sci-fi night, and tonight we're going to be looking at War of the Worlds, the 2005 version anyway, based on the story by H.G. Wells. They've remade this in 2005 with Tom Cruise. It's the one I grew up on, so I kind of have a soft place in my heart despite some of its its issues. But yeah, we're going to analyze the aliens in it. So I started a little bit late because I was having a couple technical difficulties. So originally what I did was I had this on on Amazon, and I was just going to kind of like go through different frames, just like last week when we did Signs, and like kind of go over different parts in the movie. Last week we used YouTube though, so in this instance Amazon does not work. I guess the stream software doesn't pick it up, so it's just black. So I had to like go back and try and find different scenes on YouTube because there wasn't like a good compilation. So that kind of sucked. But actually, I might be able to fix it. I have an idea. I'm gonna try this real quick. Sorry, I guess I should have tested this earlier, but it worked last week, so I didn't really think much of it. Yeah. Damn. Okay, that doesn't work. Oh well. Well, anyway, I got a couple clips that we can go over. Let's see. So let's go ahead and set the scene for anyone that has not seen this movie before. So essentially, this movie, it's another alien invasion movie. Hey Jan, what's up? Welcome back. Yeah, the thunderstorm is crazy right in the beginning. So the main character. Hey Sal, what's up, dude? How you doing? The main character is a single father, and for the weekend he has his daughter and his son visit him. They're like, his son's probably like 16 or 17, and the daughter is probably like 10 or so, and they're visiting him for the weekend from their mom's house. And that's when all this crazy stuff goes down. And I want to see if I can find this lightning storm, actually. This is really unfortunate that it doesn't let me actually go with my original plan of going scene by scene through the movie. But maybe I'll be able to find everything here on YouTube. Of course, we got ads, right?
Crisis can happen unexpectedly to anyone.
Just ignore the ads in the background. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and switch the view. So this is the lightning storm. And this is actually worth talking about because it's kind of important to this story. So this is the dad, Tom Cruise, right? And up until this point, so his kids are at his house right now, but up in like right here, he has seen on the TV that there has been lightning storms all over the world. Well, actually, he hasn't really like been paying attention, but we've seen it as the kids have been flipping through like the stations and stuff. So we know something weird is happening with lightning, and then he comes outside. He sees all these people outside of his house, and I actually kind of like this moment right here. All these people are looking. He's like, "What are you guys looking at?" And he turns around, and he sees the storm. Okay, so that does not look like a normal storm, right? So let's see. He goes to the backyard to get a better view. And the lightning is important because, let's see, what's the best spot to show you guys? Oh, another thing to take note of, the wind is blowing towards the storm, which is interesting. I just kind of want to give you guys the setup here. Yeah, so, like, lightning just keeps striking.
No.
And what we learned is happening is the aliens are riding the lightning down into their tripods, which are buried. Which is pretty original, I guess, but I don't know how that would actually work. I've always been... So, is the lightning... Are they riding the lightning, or are they just using the lightning to mask what they're doing? Well, I guess it wouldn't matter because they're about to attack anyway, so they have to be actually riding the lightning, right? Because in the movie they say that the aliens are in these pods, and they come down in the lightning, and then it puts them into their tripods. That's just a theory from a character in the movie. They don't actually know. So, yeah, crazy lightning. That's pretty much it about that. So let me go to the important part. Okay, so this is the good stuff right here. I just wanted to give you guys some setup first. So he goes downtown, and this spot is where lightning was striking over and over and over again. And this has to be one of the coolest like alien scene / reveals that I've seen in a movie. And unfortunately, it's so long that I can't watch it, otherwise we'll get taken down. But I'll just show you a little bits and pieces here. All these people are gathered around. He ends up touching it. He says it's cold, which is surprising because you'd think it would be hot with lightning and all that. Cracks start forming. Buildings start falling apart. Glass is breaking. The scene is so freaking cool. Yeah, so the thing is it's just everything's going to shit right now. And then let's go. I really want to show you guys the tripod because the way they designed this has got to be one of the coolest designs. And I really want to talk about them being buried and stuff. Oh, you have seen this? Nice, dude. Yeah, it's a good movie. It throws a car out. Okay, it's right here. It's where we see our first glimpse of it. The way this is designed is so freaking cool. It's got one arm, one leg. I can only show you a few seconds at a time, but I want to give you the full reveal here. This thing is so freaking cool. Alright, keep going. It rises. I'm gonna give you the full body shot. I haven't seen Scary Movie 4 in a while. I don't even remember that. Look how tall this thing is. Like, this is crazy. This is cool. It just towers above everything. What I really like about the design here is that their tripod is actually designed similar to the alien's body. Right? So if you guys remember, later on, we actually see what the aliens look like. And they're built in the same way that their tripod is. And that makes a lot of sense. You can see like one leg. That's the back leg right there. You get 2 front legs. And then also, I can't tell if they have like little arms here. If you guys rewatch the movie, you'll notice that there are actually at least 2 different types of tripods. They're not all the same. There's this one where the little laser beams pop out. That would be terrifying to see that. But yeah, these little arms pop out. And you see, that's where like they shoot the laser beam, so they got little like little arms. But then there's a different type of tripod which has like almost like it appears to be a bunch of tentacles like hanging down like this, and they got cages on the back, and those are the ones that pick up the people, and eventually Tom Cruise gets captured in one. But yeah, I really like that they designed the alien to also look like the tripod, because as cool as this is, it wouldn't make sense if the aliens looked like, for example, the aliens from Signs, but they designed something this cool. You know, it's just like they would design something based on what they know, right? So I really like that. You think of like the robots that we make. I don't know. Think of like Pacific Rim or something, like a robot like that's humanoid, right? Because that's what we know. And so they decided to make something like this. And what I also like is that earlier, when the arm comes out, you notice it has 3 toes as well. See if I can find it. Yeah, right there. Kind of see it a little bit, but yeah, they have 3 toes, 3 legs. It's pretty cool. The aliens do not have 3 eyes, so. But yeah. The people are just standing around looking at it. I probably would have taken off running by now, but I'm not a main character in a movie, so he stands around, looks at it, and then sure enough, it starts just blasting people with its lasers. So I'm still trying to figure out how this whole lightning thing works. Could you imagine if we made ships that look like us? Could you imagine a bipedal humanoid plane or something? Yeah, that'd be weird. I can't really imagine it. I bet the planet that they're from, a lot of the life there has 3 legs. Because if you look at life on Earth, yeah, okay, we have like insects and stuff that have more legs. But you take like things that we're closely related to, like mammals, even birds, like 4 limbs is kind of the go-to, right? For birds have legs, but then they have wings. We don't have, I don't think we have anything that can fly that has, besides insects. That's a completely different thing. But anything with 4 legs and then wings, right? That's why dragons, like in Game of Thrones, in my opinion, are like more realistic, because they're not like a dragon with 4 legs and then wings. Their front legs are their wings. So I think that's more like what we would see if it existed on Earth. But this makes sense. Maybe on their planet, this is what's more common to them. And I don't know. What do you guys think about these things being buried deep underground? Do you find that believable? I don't know. I don't know if I, because the whole thing is, these tripods have been here since, I guess, before humans. There's the only way they could have buried them. So they had this whole thing planned for hundreds of thousands of years, if not a million plus. So did they know? They knew that they wanted to take over a long time ago, but that means it's okay. I just thought of something. This means that the technology that they buried is like ancient technology to them. Right? Like, this has to be... They got to be so far beyond this tripod at this point, if they buried it that long ago. This doesn't seem like a good plan to me. It doesn't quite make sense. I don't know. What do you guys have any theories about this? Imagine if we buried a piece of technology like today, or we left something on Mars today, 2022. And then we go back to Mars in a couple 100,000 years. Like, it's going to be so outdated. Hey, Mikey, what's up? Yeah, why did they bury them in the first place? Supposedly, they had this takeover planned. Supposedly. I don't know. But, you know, like with every movie, we're going to try and theorize. Even though I kind of think that the writers and director thought that this would just be cool to have them come up from underground. And it is freaking cool. Believe me, it is cool. But why? These aliens are... I don't know. It seems like a really weird plan to have. If they were like in the ocean, I would buy it a little more. Because hiding in the ocean would be pretty smart. And you could, in theory, they wouldn't have to have been here for hundreds of thousands of years already. Or millions of years waiting for us. You know what I mean? They could have just like hid their stuff like last year or something. We never would have known. Yeah, I don't know how we couldn't notice giant ships buried underneath of us. Because these things are... Well, we only see this in one city's perspective. So this one's buried... This doesn't even really seem like a city. This seems like a town. So maybe... You gotta think... At the time they buried these... There probably weren't any humans in this area. There was no city, obviously. So it's just... But how would we not know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer. I have no idea. Yeah, because you would think at some point somewhere, because these are all over the world. Some point somewhere, someone would dig and they would find this and they'd be like, "Holy fuck!" Yeah, I don't know. Okay, maybe they are deeper than yeah. Maybe they're deeper than we're thinking. Because we only see them like as they're coming out of this, as they have already started to rise. So we see them when they're still underground, but they're like near the surface at this point. So maybe it just looks like maybe it's misleading. Maybe they are like super, super, super deep. That's probably it. But still. Oh, they did not have Angry Orchard. I love Angry Orchard. So I'm drinking Reds. And I was worried it'd be too sweet. It's a little sweeter than Angry Orchard, but it's still pretty good. But yeah, I find that interesting. This whole the whole situation with it being buried. I don't know. And I think the killer for me is that this is ancient technology. Why would they still want to use this? And they just start disintegrating people. I actually read a theory about this because later on we learn that they want to capture humans, right? And then they like use us as fertilizer or something. Something crazy. I don't know how they thought of that, but they use us as fertilizer or blood, but then they're also disintegrating a lot of us. I think that the point of like killing a bunch of people is one, to cause panic, right? And also they're kind of acting these tripods here with the lasers, they're acting as kind of like they're like hurting us, I guess, in a direction, if that makes sense. Because they know we're going to run, so they're trying to push us towards maybe where their other, where the cage tripods are. Possibly. I think this city actually only has one tripod. I guess it is a city and not a town. It looks pretty big. Let's watch someone get disintegrated real quick. It's probably not a bad way to die, honestly. Seems pretty instant. But yeah, these aliens are insanely powerful. And we'll also see later on that they have like deflector shields of some sort. I don't know what would be required to create something like that. But yeah, their technology is absolutely insane. All right, let's see if I could find what other clip do I have here. We already saw the first tripod. We have the ferry attack, and then we also have the basement scene. A ferry attack comes first. I guess we could watch a little bit of that. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. My bad. I don't... Oh yeah, because here we're gonna see a tripod that is actually in the water. It's the first time we see that in the movie. And so they're trying to get on this ferry, and then all of a sudden there are 3 tripods. So they start running, get on the ferry, blah blah blah. The captain sees something in the water. And it just makes sense that these things would be able to swim, I guess. And this one, I believe... Is this the one that's slightly different? I guess you don't really get a good view. Oh, wait. Yeah, you do. Yeah, these ones have, like, tentacles. You can see them, like, coming down. These are a different type. They have the cages. And then there's this scene right here where all the tripods are, like, just mowing these people down. And this is where I kind of think that my herding theory is accurate. Because, yeah, they're killing people, but look where all these people are running. They're leading them to the water where the grabber is. I'm just going to call it a grabber. It's cool when the alien invader appears, so powerful and invincible. Yeah, definitely. These things are badass. I love these things. But I definitely think they're trying to herd the humans towards the one with the cages. And that kind of leads me to my next point. Where are these invaders from? So, originally... H.G. Wells, the author of the book, said that these guys are from Mars. Now, in the context of this movie, Mars does not make any sense. Because when we see how they're trying to terraform Earth and create like all the red vines and stuff, we know that's not on Mars. So they got to be from somewhere else. And it turns out that the director, Steven Spielberg, actually has said officially that they are not from Mars. They're from some unknown planet. And he made the change to the story because back when the story came out, people actually believed there could be life. And now we know that there probably is nothing. Mars appears to be completely dead. So he just changed it to have them come from somewhere completely different. But I want to show you guys I guess we can get to that later, where they're like spraying blood mist to turn our planet into, I guess, their planet. I don't know. I still do not understand that. So, yeah, they're just from some random planet. Later on, they meet this guy. They go in this basement, and this like tentacle, I guess, comes down, and this is like the scout. It has a camera on it and lights. It's pretty cool design. I really like that for some reason. It almost looks like the fact that they're using like a camera and lights, it almost makes it like semi something we would make. You know what I mean? Like it's not completely, I don't know. It's not completely, I guess completely alien would be the word. It's not, I don't know. It's something that's reminiscent of technology that we have. So it's kind of unsettling a little bit that we're similar, that we have similarities. And they hide from this thing. It's just scouting. It doesn't know that they're in there. It's just making sure that it's safe. Yeah, I was on the edge of my seat with this scene because you getting caught by this thing, you're screwed. Maybe they are from Mars, but their civilization has disappeared. They are the lifeboat / seed population to save themselves. Maybe Mars used to be covered with those red vines, and then it like the planet died, and I don't know. Maybe. I think they're from a completely different planet, but because they buried these things so long ago. This movie is really weird because it has. I don't know. I don't know how much they actually thought about like the lore of the universe for it to make sense. So I'm not sure. They buried. Okay, so let's say they are from Mars. They buried these tripods, let's say like 1 million years ago. Knowing that. I don't know. Maybe they're underground on Mars in a hibernation state. I could see that. I do like keeping with the original idea that H.G. Wells has that they are from Mars. That's pretty cool. So maybe they could be underground. And they also breathe air. We know that they breathe air because they come down without any suits. So after this thing is done scouting, blah blah blah. I didn't get a chance to watch these clips before, so I don't. Okay, yeah, here's the alien. The actual aliens come down into the basement. They have no suits, no nothing. So they breathe oxygen. So they come from a world that has to be similar to us on some level. The design of these aliens is so freaking dope. Like, they're so cool. I love it when movies make them so they're not humanoid. They're actually, like... They're not even really scary, right? They're almost kind of cute. They are kind of cute. This crazy guy right here wants to, like, fight them. He is batshit crazy. He probably could kill a couple of them. They shot him with the shotgun, but, like, you're gonna die because the tripod's outside and there's more of them. And I think there's actually, when they leave, you count 4 that were in this basement. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe they could still fuck you up hand-to-hand combat. They don't have any weapons or anything on them. It doesn't appear. Oh, also, I wanted to point this out too. So yeah, they have 3 legs, but they also have little arms too. So I guess like what I was saying earlier with the whole 3-leg thing wasn't entirely 100% accurate because they do have like little arms on their chest, but that also kind of reminds us like the tripods still add up to that because the tripods have the 2 arms that shoot lasers. So the model still is holding true to the alien design. I like this part where they're looking at they're going through photographs, like they're curious. These things are highly intelligent. I like that they showcased that. He fights with this guy because he wants to shoot the aliens because he's a fucking idiot. And tell me this thing isn't kind of cute. He's looking at a picture right now. Creepy, but cute. They don't look like they'd be too physically strong. But yeah, that's the best look that we get of the aliens in the movie. I don't know if I have any other clips. Let's see. Basically, as the movie continues, the main characters just get like, they go through all sorts of crap. Like, he gets captured by one of the tripods and he gets put in a cage, but somehow he manages to find a belt of grenades. So he actually is like the first person to blow up a tripod. But yeah, so he like escapes from that. And then later on, I think they make it to like Boston. Yeah, maybe their brains are huge. Yeah. Definitely, they have huge ass heads. I could see that. And what I'm really happy with is that they did not change how the story ends. Basically, I don't have a clip, unfortunately, because, yeah, like I said, I had some technical difficulties. But the aliens lose. And it is because they do not have immunity to the microorganisms that live on Earth, because they're not from Earth, right? So they basically get sick, and they can't operate their tripods. They can't operate them because they're dying essentially. And some of them, we see one tripod later on that's like fallen over and it's crashed into a building, and the main character asks like one of the soldiers, what happened to it? Did you guys figure out how to beat him? And he's like, no, it just was like stumbling around, walking in circles, and then it just fell over. So the idea that like biology and nature like kind of prevails, I guess, is critical is an essential point of the original story as well. So I'm really glad that they kept that in there. But I'm not sure. Do you guys think that would actually play out like that? Do you think that these aliens would be dumb enough to like get sick from that? They don't have any suits. So the only thing that I can imagine is that they are from a world where there are no microorganisms at all. Like, it's not a possibility. Because otherwise, like, if we go to a different planet, we're going to be wearing suits, and we're going to be doing lots of tests with the air and all sorts of stuff to make sure that it's suitable. Maybe they've been in space so long that their immune systems have become totally weak. Oh, yeah, so, yeah, that's a good way to look at it, actually. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Huh. That's actually a really good theory, because I was actually just about to say that they buried all these tripods a long time ago. I imagine that took some time, right? So did they not get sick then? Huh. Okay, so I don't know. So maybe at that point they had immunity, and then they've been biding their time because they can't go back to their home planet. And then they've been in sterile spaceships and they lost their immunity to microorganisms. They come back for a last desperate attempt, and they just aren't able to do it. Yeah, Mikey, that's what I thought originally too, but I think Jan has a really good theory here, because we don't know much about where they come from. So it's all open to what we think, and that's a really good point. I like that a lot. The tripods are old, but still the best they have. Yeah, that would explain why they didn't bring more technology. Huh, you've solved this movie. This is a huge issue that I've had with this movie for years. Yeah, that's the only technology that they have. That's why they're using it. I feel worse for them now because they're so cute. Why did they have to be assholes and blow us up with lasers? We could have been nice to them. Well done. I don't know if there's anything else I want to show you guys. I guess I could show you the death scene. Let's see. Sorry, I'm breathing right into the mic. I can't reach my keyboard. We get kind of a good look at the aliens here. This part is also a little bit strange to me, but not so much as like my last issue that has been solved. So I'm sure you'll have another reason for this. So the main character notices that birds land on the tripod, and he realizes that if birds can land on the tripod, that means their shields are down. So the army starts shooting missiles at them, and yeah, they're just fucking them up, right? So like, we can beat them now. Our weapons work because they don't have shields. Why do you think their shields were down? I understand that the aliens that are driving it are sick, but that wouldn't make their shields go down necessarily. I guess what it is I suppose they probably don't have shields up all the time, because that would require, I imagine, some form of energy, quite a bit. So more than likely, to conserve energy, they probably turn the shields on and off. And because, yeah, they're sick and they're having a hard time piloting, they just like forgot to turn them on because they're so distracted or something. That's my best theory as to why their shields are down. And maybe their maintainers were on leave or something. I have to throw that joke in there. Yeah, they probably have to recharge, or yeah, definitely. I buy it. I guess I don't really have that big of an issue, because I said I had a problem with it, but then I just immediately solved it. So I take that back. I guess it makes sense. But essentially, yeah, they blow the shit up. It crashes. And I really want to show you when this thing opens. I got to get it as close as possible. There we go. All the shit flies out of it. Ugh. What the hell is that? And then you see the arm creep out. Alien arm. He's like trying to maybe come outside of the ship because he's dying. And this scene is cool to me. Got 3 fingers. Several joints. And then he just like, he withers up. And is dead. And you can see all the tripods. I like the shot. You can see all the tripods throughout the city that have just crashed. And as far as I know, that's the first one that we blew up with rockets. All these other ones just fell over. Yeah, I really like your idea that they were desperate, because it seems that they're so like calculated. That's what they lead us to believe, at least in the beginning of the movie, that they've been watching us and they're like calculated and they've been planning this, blah blah blah. But then to lose because of this, maybe they not actually. This is like some last ditch effort to make a new world or something. The whole thing with the red vines and terraforming our planet, that's pretty weird. Is they're making it from our blood and our guts? I want to bring a screenshot of that up real quick. Let's see if I can find it. The ship has diarrhea. Yeah, some nasty orange diarrhea. They're semi-humanoid with 2 eyes, 1 mouth, and such. Distant relations, maybe. Yeah, they do have 2 eyes. And their teeth also are kind of like ours. They seem to be like not fangs or anything crazy, and they do have teeth. So they would be an omnivore. Eyes are in the front like some sort of predator. Maybe some sort of distant relation. It would make sense if they are from Mars that we could be distantly related. 100%. Remind me of a praying mantis a little bit. Yeah, the way they're kind of like, they got like long limbs. Yeah, I could see that. War of the Worlds. I don't know what it would be called. Red Vines? Red Weed? Let's look that up. It's probably not gonna... Wait, this might... Alright, we got an ad. Curse you. Okay, yeah, I found it. Nice. You can find everything on YouTube. It's insane. Alright. So, this is the red crap that they're making from our blood. Now, this is another thing that I don't understand at all. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just like some technology that's just beyond my level of understanding. But why would like our blood and guts be like turn into the world that they're from? Is that a possible clue to something that I'm not picking up on? Because make no mistake, these vines are made out of blood and flesh, and it grows like a weed. Is their planet? We can only assume. Well, maybe we shouldn't make assumptions, but they're, in my mind, they were trying to turn Earth into a habitable place for themselves. But that wouldn't make sense that they are from a planet that is made out of weeds that grow from blood. Unless it could grow from any type of blood. I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Let's see what you guys say. Maybe they overestimated their time underground. Maybe it's an invasive plant they used to terraform the planet. It just seems like... I don't know. I guess... These tripods have the capability to make this shit when they buried it. This isn't a new technology. This is something that they, quote-unquote, planned, right? To make these weeds. I'm trying to think. It's so hard to say because we don't see a lot. I don't know. It seems like such a specific type of technology. Like, to make plants out of human blood. You know, like this tripod, I feel like it could be used for a lot of things. Like, you could take over multiple planets with this type of technology. But the human blood turning into weeds seems very specific to us, and it's just weird. I don't know. What if the plants are carnivorous, like a Venus flytrap? They need meat to feed the plant. That's crucial to terraform. Yeah, possibly, I guess. So maybe, like... I don't know, maybe they eat the plant? And the only way the plant can live is off of other living things? Maybe? Because I guess, yeah, it doesn't say that it needs human blood. It just needs some sort of blood, I guess. It's hard to draw conclusions from what we've seen. I wonder if you could use animals to do the same thing. That would make more sense to me if it just needed something that was alive. I don't know. Collecting blood is weird. And of course, when this crazy guy in the basement sees them collecting blood, that's like his last straw, and he snaps. And he like starts trying to dig to New York. And he's like... Something in our blood grows the plant. Yeah, I mean... I get that, but I don't understand why would our blood grow an alien plant. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm looking at it weird. That's pretty much all the alien scenes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's cool. There's a cool like plane crash where a huge passenger jet crashes. I guess they probably got shot out of the sky. You don't actually see it, but you see the wreckage. That's cool. I'm not going to pull that up, though. It doesn't really have anything to do with the aliens. All in all, I think this movie is pretty good. Who do you guys would think would... Who do you think would win? These invaders or the invaders from Signs? It has to be these guys, right? Because the guys from Signs, they are naked with nothing. Like, they would get fucked up by these. Oh, that's an idea. Maybe one day, once we get through like a bunch of sci-fi movies, we can do like a who would win type of thing with different aliens. Who do you think would win? E.T. E.T. versus the aliens from Signs. Who wins? I think E.T. and his race of aliens would probably fuck them up. They can ride lightning, yeah. Yeah, these guys would definitely win. With the tripods alone, they're like so freaking powerful. Humans will always win because we evolved here. Yeah, that's like... I don't know if that's actually reality, but for the purposes of the movie, yeah, I'd say. Two major aspects of our planet are their downfalls. For science, it was water. For this movie, microorganisms. Yeah, you're right. There's got to be a message in there somewhere about... I don't know. It just seems like, yeah, they both have... Oh, well, I guess they have to add that in there, because how would we beat them if they're just invincible? They have to have some major, like, kryptonite, you know? Unless you're E.T., then you're telekinetic, telepathic, you can heal things, you could kill things. Everyone forgets E.T. is able to kill stuff with his mind, and you can't argue against me, because those flowers die. If he gives you life, he can take it back. Alright, so E.T. versus the invaders from War of the Worlds. I'm going with E.T. E.T. is God. Like, let's say hand-to-hand combat. E.T. versus one of these three-legged dudes. E.T. wins 9 out of 10 times. E.T.'s got superpowers. These guys have nothing. They got 3 legs. That's it. You know what I mean? And then E.T. can, like, extend his neck, so he can, like, I don't know. He could do something with that. I don't know what it would be. Maybe he just makes himself more intimidating. E.T. is so powerful. And he's kind of childlike, right? So maybe I know there's a theory that he's actually old, but perhaps E.T. is a child and he hasn't even reached the full development of his powers. Yeah, he can fly. E.T. is one badass motherfucker. I think he'd beat these guys from the War of the Worlds. Now imagine if you have a whole army of E.T.s, like they all come to the planet. I think they could win. Who knows how, if you have like 1 million E.T.s and they're all telepathic and they could do that shit. I don't know. They might be able to tear apart the tripods with their minds. Who knows how powerful they are. My money's on E.T. And their ship can create a rainbow, so that's pretty badass. I just have a now that's the crossover we need. I'm seeing an army of children flying on bicycles with little ETs in the front, like, but they're flying into a battle versus tripods, and all the tripods are shooting lasers at the bikes, and they're like flying around like this. Oh, that is fucking dope. Oh my god. Someone has got to make that like a cartoon or something. That is too funny. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should analyze E.T. for one of my next episodes. I don't think there's really much else to say about War of the Worlds. There's not really a whole lot. I actually need to listen to the radio play that came off, or that was released like way back in the day, that sent like a lot of people into a panic. I'm going to do that eventually on my podcast. It's like an hour long, so it's a pretty good length. I could do it in one episode. But it'll be interesting to see what made people freak out back then. And I did read the original book, but that was years ago when I was a kid. I really don't remember too much of it. Alien 2. Okay, so I like the Alien movies. I've been a little hesitant to bring them on the channel though, because they have there's so much like backstory and lore to it. But then at the same time, they've retconned things too, and I don't really know, like, I don't know. I don't know enough about the Alien universe because it's so expansive. I would really have to like look into it. I don't want to piss off the fan base, you know. But the xenomorphs are crazy. Also, like, some of the best designed aliens as well. Predator is also pretty cool. Alien vs. Predator is kind of like a guilty pleasure for me. It's not a good movie, but it's good to me. Supposedly, like, well, the Predators hunt the aliens, but I don't know if that's canon in the universe or if that's just for the purposes of the movie. You know, that's something an Alien fan or a Predator fan that was super into it would be able to tell me. I guess, you know, I could always look all this stuff up, but there's so much. I really liked, I don't know if you guys have seen Prometheus. That's like a prequel to Alien. Prometheus is really good. I think I like that one definitely more than the new Alien movie. Alien Covenant. I saw that one in theaters. It was okay. But Prometheus was really good. And I obviously loved the first Alien movie. And I think I've seen 2 once. Yeah, I've seen 2 because that was more of an action movie. Yeah, number 2 is good, but I have not seen 3. And I don't know if there's any more. Oh, Alien Covenant, I've seen that. But I know there's Alien 3. I don't know if there's Alien 4 or not. I could analyze those. I was thinking of doing Arrival. I think I mentioned that last time. I just don't know if there's enough to talk about in Arrival. The aliens, even though they're like the center of the story, there's not really a whole lot going on. They're just kind of trying to figure out the alien language. And I don't know. It's a really good movie, but I don't know if there's enough for me to talk about. But yeah, the Alien franchise, possibly. I could look into that for sure. Give me a reason to rewatch them. I'm always down for that. The first movie is so good. Like the chest burster scene, like the first time you ever see that and you're not expecting it. I mean, I wasn't expecting it because I saw it as a kid, right? Like, I don't know. Every time I watch it, I still feel like the same feeling I got. Like, it's so badass with the practical effects and stuff. I was also thinking of doing John Carpenter's The Thing. Not the newer prequel, but what was it, 80s? I think it came out in the 80s. That one's good too, because that one I believe is supposed to be an alien as well, but is buried in Antarctica, and that is actually like astrobiologists go to Antarctica and they do like a lot of research there, not necessarily looking for aliens, but they do like testing with, you know, seeing the salinity levels in the past and like testing, you know, like, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but I do know that they go there for research, like about astrobiology, about aliens. So would be lead into that, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of options here. A lot of options. So that's War of the Worlds. Lilo and Stitch. Wait. That makes me think. Wait, okay, hold up. Any like sci-fi movie where there's a ton of different races of aliens, like let's say like Star Wars, or I guess Lilo and Stitch, how do they all breathe oxygen? Why does every planet have oxygen? There is a race that wears a mask. I remember there's one Jedi, he has to wear a mask to breathe. But there's like a race of like squid people. And there's a race of like fish people too, and they breathe air. I don't know. I'm not gonna. That's a discussion for another time. The movie would be boring if they're all humans, I guess. But I think I want to stick to movies that are. I mean, I don't know. I guess it would be cool to look at stuff like that, but I really like where there's just one race that we can examine and we don't know a whole lot about them. Movies like Star Wars and stuff where there's like a lot of lore to it. I don't know if I really want to get into that, but Lilo and Stitch is a funny idea. If you guys have any other ideas, definitely shoot them my way. We'll look into it. Yeah, District 9. I was thinking of doing that one as well. The movie kind of has a cliffhanger. District 9 does, because he says that they're coming back after so many years, but another movie never came out. But I don't know if he was just saying that. It's been a while since I've seen it. That movie is messed up, dude. Oh, you know what else would be good? I've been kind of thinking of doing maybe a couple abduction movies. So, I don't know if any of you have seen The Fourth Kind. That movie fucked me up when I saw that as a kid. It might be the reason why I have alien abduction dreams. And that one might be hard to do because you really don't see anything. They just talk about it. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch it, but that one might be fun, or like talking about abductions and stuff. I really have yet to do that on this channel. That's a comedy, right? You're talking about Third Rock from the Sun. Right? They're all aliens. It's like a sitcom. Maybe you're talking about something completely different. I don't know. A drama? I don't know. I'll have to check it out. Do they look like people or do they look like aliens? They're bald? I don't know. I never heard of it. Maybe I'll recognize it if I see it. I don't know. Wait, I gotta find this. All right, let me look it up. What would I look up? I guess alien show bald aliens. (1988) Alien Nation, detective drama. What about The Thing? Yeah, I actually just mentioned that. John Carpenter's The Thing. I want to look into doing that one too, because that alien design is insane. Alien Nation. The thing about The Thing is that it's smart, dude. Like it's not just a consume like predator. Like it mimics and it acts human, so it's intelligent as fuck. Do they say in the movie how it got here? Maybe it came on an asteroid or something. All right, this show, Alien Nation. I'm gonna pull up some pictures of it, and we'll look at them. What the hell is this? Are you kidding me? What is this? What? That's creepy. They're just people with big heads. They look so weird. Oh, they drink spoiled milk. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've heard of it, though. I remember that specifically. That's funny. I don't know. Is there, like, any, like, sci-fi elements to it, or are they just basically just people? Yeah, Mikey, the old one is the best. The new one's terrible. Then the new one, I think they used, like, CGI and stuff. Starship Troopers, yeah, that's a good one, too. Actually, don't they have, like, a telepathic, like, bug or something in that movie? And it's, like, controlling the others or something? I don't know. I've only seen it once. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That they're, yeah. Hey, it might be worth checking out, for sure. Yeah, the brain bug. Interesting. Maybe I'll watch this, I don't know. It looks kind of weird, though, I'm not gonna lie. What other good alien movies are there? Let's just Google this. Alien movies. Once I have once I'm able to do like polls and stuff, I'll have you guys vote on which ones you want me to do next. I gotta get 500 subs first, though. 41 best alien movies of all time. Arrival. Yep. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Okay, so this movie seems like I would be a huge fan, and like this influenced me a whole lot, right? Just like it's probably what a lot of people think. I actually have fallen asleep every time I've tried to watch this. I know it's a classic, but for some reason I just like I've seen probably the first 20 to 30 minutes of it, and I always see the ending. I wake up at the end when they come out of the ship. I have no idea what the middle consists of. Alien, 1979. Annihilation is good. I was actually thinking about that when I was brainstorming which movie to do this week. Annihilation is a movie that you have to like write notes because there's so many hidden things, and it's just a mind fuck of a movie. That would be a good one to talk about. You would need like a couple. That would be good for a couple hours for sure. Aliens, Aliens 2, Prometheus, yeah, that's good. Alien vs Predator, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I've never seen that. Slither. Is that Pam from The Office? Suicide Squad? What? Edge of Tomorrow. This is a good-ass movie. The fact that the aliens can control time is insane. Like, what? I didn't expect this movie to be as good as it was. But yeah, like you said, Mikey, earlier, you can't go wrong with Tom Cruise. Event Horizon. I've heard of this. I have not seen it. Evolution. I've never heard of that. Cloverfield. Cloverfield's It's pretty good. Yeah, he's an alien, but I don't know. It's not really my idea of an alien movie, if that makes sense. Signs, yeah, we already did that. That's such a good movie, one of my all-time favorites. Starman. Don't know what that is. The World's End, yeah. That's an alien movie? Oh, I guess it is. I never actually watched it. I know what it is. I it's surprising I haven't seen it because I'm actually a big fan of these two guys. I've seen their other movies, just not that one. Under the Skin, They Live. Wow, I have not seen a lot of these. The Thing in 1982, that's the one you're talking about, Mikey. That's a good one. Classic. E.T. Lilo and Stitch. Starship Troopers. Independence Day. Independence Day would be good. The aliens in Independence Day are... They're also telepathic, right? If I'm not mistaken. Because don't they go down to like the bunker in Area 51 and like one of them controls the mind of the doctor or something like that? Pitch Black. That's a pretty good movie. V from the 1980s. Lizard People. Oh wait, I've seen that. I swear I've seen that. Maybe it did, Mikey. I don't remember. Maybe it like grabbed him and like... I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Independence Day. Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, this isn't really... Yeah, they are aliens, but we're not... Superhero, that's its own genre, in my opinion. We actually had a debate at work. It was like, what's our favorite sci-fi movies of all time? And people like started listing Marvel movies. And I was like, dude, like, okay, I guess, yeah, Tony Stark has a flying suit and stuff. And yeah, it's sci-fi. There's aliens and ships, but like superhero movies are their own genre. Yes, I guess technically they're sci-fi, but they're their own genre because they're so big now. Mars Attacks. I've seen this alien like a lot. I've never seen the movie though. Contact. Contact's a good movie. I talk about this a little bit in one of my first podcasts. District 9. That's a good-ass movie. They Live. Life. Okay, who here's seen Life? Life is a good movie. I did not think it was going to be that good because it seemed just like a ripoff of Alien. But it turned out to be decent, and it had like a... Not a twist. I'm not talking about the ending if you've seen it, but you think that there are certain main characters because of like who's in the movie, but that's not necessarily the case, which I liked a lot. The Thing in Life, oh, I might actually do a Life episode because he's like a little. The alien starts as like this little tiny. He's not goo, but he's like. I don't even know how to describe it. He's just little tiny, like, I guess I'm just going to call him goo. He's a little tiny thing. He, like, floats around and can move. But, he ends up, like, consuming stuff and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That could be interesting to look at, potentially. Pacific Rim. Space Jam. We're not going to analyze Space Jam. Attack the Block. I've never heard of that. Men in Black. Annihilation. Yeah. Paul. That's a good movie. Super 8. I didn't actually care for Super 8 that much. Galaxy Quest. Yeah, that's about it. That was 41. Damn, we went through that fast. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for this week for sure. I think it's not much. We're definitely done with War of the Worlds. We got through that, so not really much else to talk about. I'm gonna save some of this for later episodes. I'll have to figure out what movie to do. I don't know. There's so many options. If I had the polls set up, then that would be perfect. But oh well, one day I'll just pick one and draw one from a hat or something. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. I'll take one last drink, though. I thought I was going to go through, like, way more of these. I had the red weeds pulled up on my other screen, so I was looking at it. It's so creepy looking. It's so weird. How it just grows over everything. If they're from a planet like that, they're from, like, they're from some sort of crazy, like, hell. If their planet looks like this. Yeah, War of the Worlds. Alright, guys, yeah. I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.